Hi everybody, and welcome to CRIM 102, Introduction to Criminology. I'm going to be your instructor this semester. My name is Autumn Porter. Been teaching online dual credit for jury for a little over a year. I actually work full-time for Ozarks Technical Community College. I do student services at the Table Rock campus in Hollister, Missouri. So if you're ever at my end of Highway 65, swing by and introduce yourselves. I'd love to meet you. Just to tell you a little bit about me, I live in the Branson area. I usually take care of a lot of CRIM stuff in the evening, on the weekends, but I do log in and check Blackboard and communicate with students throughout the week and throughout the business day as well. I live with my husband and 2 kids. And a grouchy old cat, so you'll see some of that when you read the syllabus. And you can periodically, when we do these announcements videos, you'll never know who's going to walk by, come screaming in the middle, make themselves a feature in my videos as well. I love teaching this CRIM class. When I actually am a Drury alumni. I did my undergrad and graduate work at Drury University. Actually, the degree, my bachelor's degree, says Drury College on it still, so that was 1,000 years ago. But I love teaching this class because, I was about your age, in your shoes, first semester in a criminology program, and I just completely fell in love with it. I had a lot of interesting experiences growing up in my childhood. Some things that I experienced while I was at Drury that really just made me fascinated about human behavior and how all of that relates together. And then kind of the impact that those decisions and our behaviors have on other people, which is really what criminology digs and explores. So we're taking a look at what causes crime, explanations of crime, and human behavior. Things that I need for you to know this semester. I'm just going to run through a list so that we're all on the same page. I need you to commit to log in to Blackboard and be a part of this class at least twice a week, at least 2 times. The reason for that has a lot to do with just interacting with other students more than anything else. When you show up and just kind of verbally dump everything once a week, you're not getting the full benefit of the class. The other students enrolled aren't getting the full benefit of what you have to offer, and I don't award points that way. So at least, folks, twice a week. If you can do it more often than that, you'll be better off. Second, it frustrates people, but a lot of times there aren't right and wrong answers. On the quizzes, there will be things that are obviously true or false. Answers to those questions are correct. But in some of your writing assignments and in a lot of your discussion forums, it's kind of your opinion. We're going to toss some things out and just see how you feel about it, and see what you think and see how you apply what you read and what you've studied into real life situations. I say that that's frustrating for people because they want there to be a clear right and wrong answer, and there's not. My goal for you in this class is that you become critical thinkers, that you don't take things at face value. You're going to be inundated with reports and information from the media, cover of the newspapers, filling up your social media news feeds. But somewhere along the line, you have to be able to recognize certain pieces of language that's used. You need to be able to ask specific questions and make decisions on your own, regardless of what news reports or anything else puts out there. We will do some writing. Everything that you do in college is going to involve some writing. So I want to make sure that we use this class as a good way to get some practice for you. Regardless of what you post, like we said just a few minutes ago, there aren't any right or wrong answers, but I do expect that if you're going to put your opinion out there that you be able to support it using other sources. And if you're going to quote sources or use resources for your research, you give credit where it's due. If you didn't generate that thought all on your own, then you need to give somebody credit for it in your writing. We'll talk a little bit about that in the syllabus. Trying to go through a checklist here. We're going to make sure. Oh, yeah. I almost forgot. You will work pretty hard in this class. There aren't tons of papers that you're going to have to write. You have a handful of assignments to turn in, but you're going to have quite a bit of reading. And you'll hear me say this throughout the class. I don't want you to get so hung up in what you read that you miss what it's saying. I'm not asking you to memorize dates and facts and things like that, but I want you to develop the skill to be able to read through something and gain a really good understanding of what they're communicating. I don't need you to be able to recite it back to me verbatim, but I need you to get it. I need you to be able to pick up something, read through it. Yeah, I get that. And to sort out the things that aren't necessarily important. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in the semester. Just keep in mind, I will make assignments. It will look like there's stacks of reading. I don't need you to memorize it. I need you to read it to get it. I hope that makes sense for everyone. There's a feature, 2 features that we want to talk about. One, if you go into your left-hand column, if you click on discussion boards or discussions, at the very, very bottom of the list, there should be a discussion forum that says Ask the Class. That's going to be a great resource for you. For each one of the assignments that we have that you're going to have to turn in, I've included instructions and even a video showing you step-by-step how to do that. If it's building a wiki, if it's making a journal entry, all of that's already there waiting for you. We also want you to understand that there is plenty of extra credit for the taking. And you're going to find that in the Ask the Class discussion forum as well. Ask the Class is set up so that if you have an immediate question or if something just doesn't make sense, throw it out there and ask the other students in the class. One, you may get an answer back from one of them faster than you'll get it from me, and they may be able to explain things differently than maybe how I've explained it in a lecture or in an assignment. So I'm going to monitor that and answer it as well. There's no grade attached to the Ask the Class discussion forum. It's just there for you guys to kind of bat things around on your own. And it's also a place for me to park some of those additional videos and instructions for assignments later on. Now, let's go back and talk about extra credit. There is plenty of extra credit for this class. So at the end of the semester, if you're a few points off and you're pleading your case, let me just be real clear up front. It's there for you. You can go get it. You're going to have to plan ahead to take advantage of it, though. It may mean doing some extra journal entries. It may mean going to your municipal court one night and sitting through court proceedings and observing. Maybe going for a ride along with local law enforcement, or sharing some interesting criminology-related stories on our class Facebook page. But all of those instructions are going to be in the Ask the Class discussion forum, and then click on the link about extra credit. So super easy, easy to find, not a big deal. Know that some weeks there are assignments, some weeks there are quizzes. Almost every week, though, you're going to have to do the discussion forum. And that's where I can't stress enough, at least twice a week to be able to get your full points. You can't take care of everything in one sitting. Physically, you can answer everyone in one sitting, but you can't develop a discussion just kind of throwing everything out on one day. That's not how dialogue develops. So that's what the discussion forums are about. If you read the syllabus and watch the video about the syllabus, you're going to find out that I've given you several email addresses at which to reach me. You can also, I gave you my cell phone number, so you can feel free to text me if you have questions or something that comes up. Just make sure that you let me know who you are. I'm not going to save your contact information, so you have to introduce yourself every time you send something. I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about in the first week. Sorry to rattle on for a while. I like this class. And the last two groups of students have just been fantastic. So I'm excited to get to know you all and find out why you signed up for this, what it is you hope to get out of the class, and share a little bit with you about maybe what pulled me in this direction and what I've done with my degrees in criminology from jury as well. So as you're planning out careers, it's something to keep in mind. If you have any questions, I'll say it every week. Call me, email me, text me. I'm happy to take care of those for you. And if you need anything, please don't hesitate to ask. Go ahead and click on that lessons folder, dig in, and get everything taken care of this week.